Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show that separates the truth from the twaddle. On Lee Mack's team tonight, a TV presenter who used to work in a supermarket. We're delighted she's here tonight, as there's been a spillage in aisle 4. It's Scarlett Moffat. And one of the BBC's top weather presenters, and if you're looking for today's forecast, a nice outlook with some hot air to the west and damp patches in the east. It's Thomas Schaffenacker. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a brilliant baker and grandmother to 3. I guess you could call her a nan bread. It's Prue Leith. And a grime artist who invited Ed Sheeran to become godfather to his daughter. An act which is as touching as it is financially shrewd. It's Big Nasty. We begin, of course, with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Scarlett, we're starting with you.
I once kept a fish in Ribena.
Right. David's team.
A live fish in Ribena.
A live fish.
What fish was it?
Goldfish.
What did it die of? Diabetes?
Just old age, it was 4. It lasted ages.
So, was this Ribena, like, neat Ribena?
So what happened is, in the olden days, when I was younger, you could win fish at the fair.
Why did you look at me when you said olden days?
So I was at the fair with my dad, won on the hook a duck, a fish, because that's what they used to give you. And then on the way home, as I am very clumsy, I dropped the fish on the floor, and the only thing that we had was a carton of Ribena. So my dad ripped it open, half of it with his teeth, popped the little fish in, took it home.
So how long was it in this Ribena?
About a good 15 minutes.
Or a traumatic 15 minutes.
I've seen your dad on Gogglebox.
Yeah?
He doesn't strike me as the kind of man that's ripping that Ribena off.
Whose team are you on?
I think he's just going to, like, squash it and buy a new one.
No, because we love animals and fish and that. You can't just kill a fish.
I mean, I have to say, you can just kill a fish, and there are many restaurants that trade pretty much exclusively on that premise.
No, I know, but to, like, kill it...
I mean, if you think you're going to these places and they all died of natural causes, then... Sorry, we're not frying tonight. We're waiting for a cod pandemic.
That's funny, you know, man.
Oh, thank you very much. I knew it would come at some point.
I'm scared of fish.
You're scared of fish? Even goldfish?
I don't like no fish. I don't like the way you look at me. When I was little, a fish slapped me in the face in Brixton Market. It freaked me out.
I don't think the fish slapped you in the face, Nasty.
It slapped me in the face.
No, it was a person slapped you in the face with a fish.
No, the fish jumped up and it slapped me.
I sit corrected.
I don't care that we're on TV. I don't care that we're on TV. I got to tell the truth, yeah? I was with my mum and dad in Brixton Market. I was like, oh, fishes. Walked over there, they was all on the ice and that. So you go over there thinking, right, dead fish. Touched it and jumped up, slapped me. Yeah? Then Hussein bolted it. Yeah, Mum had to put in a run. Seriously, stop.
I think this is the truth.
What are you thinking, Prue? Does it strike you as true?
I think Scarlett's a fantastic actress.
Isn't she?
Isn't she?
Isn't
it's
she?
just a lie.
A lie.
Nasty, what about you?
Do you think it's true or a lie?
Hold on, let me tell you to Poro. Well, monsieur, it seems too good to be true. Mademoiselle is lying.
You think it's a lie?
I think it's a lie, monsieur.
You think it's a lie? I will go with my team and say it's a lie.
I'm going to go with your team, say it's a lie.
Yeah.
No, Nasty, she presses the buttons. But I love your enthusiasm. So, Scarlett Moffat, a goldfish in a carton.
Yeah.
Truth or lie?
It was. True.
Yes, it's true. Scarlett did once keep a fish in Ribena. Thomas, you're next.
Until my mid-30s, I had no idea that lambs were in fact baby sheep.
David's team.
Until your mid-30s? How old are you now?
I'm in my late 30s.
When you're on television, you refer to it as the mid to high 30s. Why don't you do that with your age?
How did you learn?
I was in Cumbria, and we were filming for a weather show, and I had to do a piece about clouds, about red sky at night, shepherd's delight.
I've never understood the phrase. Why is it so specific to shepherds? Nobody. Everyone likes the song, no one likes the rain.
Because the shepherds in particular, though, they spare a thought for the shepherds watching now. They're out in all weathers.
What about the hang gliders? Red sky at night, hang gliders delight. Red sky in the morning, hang gliders warning.
Hello, can you help me? Excuse me.
Big nasty.
I'm black. I don't understand none of that stuff what you're talking about.
You've never heard red sky at night, shepherd's delight?
No?
Red sky in morning, shepherd's warning.
This is what's called middle-class rapping.
So you're in Cumbria. What are you doing there?
So we've been filming the whole day, and I've been walking amongst these animals. I mean, they were...
Hey, they're called northerners.
Because I was so focused on my lines,
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying that much attention to what... I just saw there were lots of fluffy animals everywhere.
Yeah. And you thought, the clouds have fallen.
So we're sitting there, and the farmer and his wife are saying that they do a programme called Lambing Live. I said, why is it that it's called lambing? And there's this sort of silence there for a bit. And said, the camera crew were looking at me thinking, what are you talking about? I said, well, because why is it not sheeping? So sheep, sheep, and lamb, lamb. A sheep gives birth to a baby sheep, and a lamb gives birth to a...
So you thought a lamb was one woolly thing, and a sheep was another woolly thing?
So, as it were, like an orange and a satsuma.
For a hot sec, I was on the same kind of ideology as you know.
Did you express this confusion?
I did, and I wish I hadn't, actually, because of the looks I got.
Did you then say, what's that big yellow bright thing in the sky?
What is... because you're a scientist, aren't you? That's... meteorologist is a type of scientist.
Yeah.
What did you... what A-levels did you do?
That's David's very polite way of saying you are thick.
The thing is that when you see a little lamb there and another sheep, the thing looks so different.
You think they look nothing like each other? You wait till I explain the life cycle of the frog. It will blow your mind. Have you ever seen an adult caterpillar?
Oh, yeah, I know that one. I forgot.
All right. What are you thinking, Prue?
Well, I think it's got to be a lie because I can't believe that a weatherman who is conscious of the seasons and knows what happens in the spring, I think you're making it up.
Do you think it's true?
Yeah, well, so it seems like I'm an idiot.
What's that supposed to mean?
What, we're going down together, Naka, man. At least flip it up.
So, what's it going to be, David?
Well, I think he's a scientist. I think he'd know. I'm going to go with Prue. We're going to say it's a lie.
Thomas, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Zoe. So, Thomas, who is Zoe to you?
This is Zoe, and while handing her a prize at the UK Weather Awards, I was struck on the head by a Perspex lightning bolt.
Right, Thomas's weather woman. Scarlett, how do you know Zoe?
This is my old flatmate Zoe. We once discovered we'd been burgled when we arrived home dressed as burglars.
Scarlett's burgled burglar. And Lee, what's your relationship with Zoe?
This is Zoe. Together, we formed a search party and scoured a campsite by torchlight for a missing cuddly frog.
David's team, where will you begin?
Thomas, this was at what awards?
The UK Weather Awards.
And what are the UK Weather Awards given for? Best rainstorm?
Could be the best national weather presenter, regional weather presenter.
Any more? And what was Zoe winning for?
She's a regional weather presenter from Northern Ireland.
And she won Best Regional Weather Presenter?
Yes.
And were you hosting the awards, or
No.
you were just there to give that award out?
I was just handing the prize to her.
And what happened?
At one point, there was just a noise and something hit my head. I had no idea what it was, and it fell from above. It was a Perspex thunderbolt. It was part of the decorations, the symbols, hanging above
Part
the stage.
of the set?
Yes.
And this thunderbolt
It was-
and lightning, was it very, very frightening? Did you do the fandango?
When it hit my head, I didn't obviously know it was a thunderbolt at the time until I saw it.
You didn't know what had hit you.
Exactly.
And then you saw what had hit you.
I was really surprised. Well, wouldn't you be?
Yes, I would be, yeah. I'd be surprised if it was true.
Who next, David?
Lee, what's the story here?
Zoe and I,
Yeah.
we had to do a late-night cuddly frog search by torchlight.
OK, so who did the cuddly frog belong to?
The cuddly frog belongs to Zoe's very young child.
How did you know Zoe?
Zoe was about 4 or 5 tents down from us. I didn't know Zoe at all.
Paint the picture for us, Lee. You're in the tent. Have you zipped up?
Oh, yeah, we're totally flat down.
Right. You and Mrs. Mack are cuddled together.
We are, you know, we're on our inflatable mattress.
Right. What?
As you know, Mrs. Mack is also inflatable, and it was very much an inflatable. The kids, they're not real either.
And then a rat-a-tat-tat.
You know, you don't do it on a tent, it wouldn't work. A flap, a flap, flap.
And what happened?
I heard a sort of distressed
Signal.
whimper, as the only way I could say. It's
A whimper. Now, who is this? This is Zoe, or is this still your wife?
This is not my wife. This is Zoe, who I don't know at this point is called Zoe.
No.
Zoe is outside the tent, sounding a bit distressed, and then I heard maybe 3 or 4 tents down the crying of a small child.
Oh.
Oh, where's my frog? He said, where's my frog? And I said, darling, we'll finish this in a moment. I must go out and see what's going on. So she put the Scrabble set away. So I stepped out of the tent and I said, are you OK? And she was a bit teary. She went, not really. My child's
I thought
taught...
she had a Northern Ireland accent. Oh, no,
No, that's me.
They can't all be true. Do you know that means that you're now not telling the truth?
Yeah.
Think about the logic of that.
My advice to you, Scarlett, is to pretend that your former flatmate is also a Northern Irish weather presenter.
So, I go outside the tent and I see that Zoe is a bit distressed. I said, madam, can I be of any assistance to you?
What did you have on your feet?
What did I have on my feet? I had skis. What do you mean?
Well, hear me out. You've sprung into action.
Yes.
In the tent.
All right, I had springs on my feet.
And I'm wondering, do you do your shoes and take a while? You sling on a pair of Crocs?
I had my slippers on, my lambskin slippers. And I went outside with my little slippers on, and I said, are you OK? And she went, no, my child's lost his toy, and he's getting very distressed, and he can't sleep without it. And I said, well, hey, you shouldn't be doing this on your own. I said, love, get out of the tent and have this one. But she was snoring at this point, so I got the torch, and we went searching for the frog.
Where did you find the frog?
Well, this is the interesting part of the story.
I hope so.
Hopefully. It was actually in there's a small shop on camp, and it was in the fridge of the shop, and the shop was dark, but the fridge was lit up because the fridge stays on. and it was sitting in the fridge. The child has put the toy, apparently, in the fridge to play a game, forgotten about it, left it, and it's just stayed there.
You could see it behind the glass-fronted
And the
fridge.
shop was locked, because it was night time. So we had to leave it. We couldn't... I'm going to break in through the skylight. I thought, I can't do that, can I? I can't break in for a soft toy with a woman I've never met. With a couple of torches, and we both had balaclavas on. It would have looked good.
Nasty, are you taking notes?
No, I think you're doing a drawing, aren't you?
I'm not offensive. You're just boring the life out of me. I can find myself, though. I'm not sure attention's man.
Now, Scarlett.
Yes.
Remind us how you know Zoe.
So, Zoe is my...
How you know Northern Ireland weatherwoman Zoe.
So, me and Zoe went to uni together, and we lived together, and we had been on a night out, got back and discovered that we had been burgled whilst dressed as burglars.
Right, OK.
Why were you dressed as burglars?
So, when you do initiations, because we were in the hockey society together, we had to dress as burglars, because we were in the first year, and then the second and third years dressed as cops. So we went out and we had swag bags, masks, stripy jumper, and then came back and discovered we'd been burgled. So obviously when the police rocked up, they thought we were joking. And we were in hysterics. I was just stood there with my swag bag like, we've been burgled.
Did the police think you'd burgled it yourselves?
I just think they thought it was like a uni prank.
Right.
Are you sure they were police? Because you said it was a cops and robbers party.
They legit workers, we'd rang them, yeah.
Right, OK.
And what was funny is my friend Sarah's mum came to pick me and Sarah up, and when she went in my bedroom, she started crying. She was like, oh, my God, look what they've done. And I was like, no, Wendy, this was just my room. My room was just a mess. They just took my laptop off my bed. It's fine.
Why would they smear that on the walls?
Is it? Nasty's saying you don't look the same age.
Yeah, man, that's some Back to the Future Marty McFly business. If you was in the same uni, you must be a first grade and she was at least a year above you. No offence, Zoe.
How old do you think I am?
All right, you look, realistically,
This is no time for realism.
Early 20s, late 20s?
No, I'm not. I'm not early 20s.
Late 20s?
I'm 28 this year.
So late 20s then?
Yeah.
Yeah? You go,
Mid to
girl.
high 20s.
Yeah? Mid to high 20s, yeah? Boom.
Oh, Nasty, please
Zoe.
be nice.
You look like me, baby girl. You could be in your 30s.
Can I ask you a question, Nasty? Have you ever met a woman?
Who's that? But you gotta be honest. We're trying to save people's lives right now. Feelings if you want the truth. You can't handle the truth. It's true, though, isn't it? It's like me saying, raw, I was in school with my mum.
Yeah,
Like-
but Zoe's younger than me. Zoe is legit younger than me.
No, because she was finding her kid's frog.
No, she
Let's just say, boom, move on. Prue, what do you think?
I believe half of Lee's story. Is that all right?
Well, that's a first.
Nasty?
Yeah, Tabernacle Man.
Well,
Tabernacle.
he definitely means you, Thomas.
What's the name of our Prime Minister again? What's that?
Theresa May.
Yeah, see,
I mean, although at time of broadcast it won't be.
Well, she had malfunctions on her set and things dropped down on
That's
the
a very good point.
Yes,
Nasty.
things happen
exactly
on the weather all
what
the
he's
time.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's true, actually, yeah. This is like one of those buddy cop movies, isn't it, where the two different cops have been paired together. I really don't think this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. But you get...
That's a very good impression of Big Nasty. Well, my team doesn't think it's Scarlett, so we're ruling out Scarlett,
Right.
and then it has to be one of Lee or Thomas. Oh,
Knacker Man.
all right.
You're going
We'll
with
go
Thomas.
with Thomas.
No. It's not you. Here we go. Zoe, Would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Zoe, and Scarlett and I discovered we've been burgled whilst dressed as burglars.
Yes! Zoe is Scarlett's burgled burglar. Thank you very much, Zoe. No way! Which brings us to our final round, quick-fire lies, and we start with... It's David.
Last year, at a village fete, I won a welly boot throwing competition and appeared in the local paper with the caption, "Fling the Merciless."
Please, team.
Was this in your hometown?
No.
Well,
All right, OK.
had you cut a ribbon? Had you opened the fete?
No, I wasn't there in an official capacity.
Because I'd be disappointed, and I don't mean this in a horrible way.
Yeah.
If you were the celebrity that was opening my fete. I'm sorry, but there it is.
No, yes, no, I know you would be disappointed because you'd want the gig yourself.
What was the weather like?
Here we go.
It was fine. It was fine as in fine, not fine as in fine.
Weather.
Yeah.
OK. How far did you throw it?
I mean, a long way. I'm not an expert on distance, but it would have to be... I suppose it felt like it was about 2 miles.
OK, let me say that from me to you...
Yeah.
Right, I don't want to sound like the Chuckle Brothers, but from me to you is a unit of measurement.
OK.
The Chuckle Brothers being referenced for ages.
Yeah, all right, I don't do the modern stuff.
You have just proved that you don't watch this programme.
The distance between me and you is 1 unit of measurement.
OK.
How many Mitchell Max was it that you threw?
I think... Well, it was a good throw. I'd say 3. 3 to 3.5 Mitchell Max.
Go on, Mikey. Knuckle in. That's powerful.
Oh,
That's
thank you
powerful.
very much. Yeah.
Thomas, what are you thinking?
I think it's a lie. I'm not quite sure why I think it's a lie. I just think he's lying.
You probably think of Wellington's a grown-up sandal. So...
So, Lee, are you going to go with your team?
We're both saying it's a lie, are you?
Yeah.
Well, we have to go with
You
the
have
team.
to go with them. They're saying it's a lie. David, truth or lie?
Well, it is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. David didn't win a welly boot throwing competition.
Legged
Next,
it well, though.
it's Nasty. It's time to wake up.
It says possession, but I was young. I was young.
There's a little box under your desk. If you take the item out of the box and put it on the desk, OK, pop it on the desk first, and then read out the card.
This is an ukabong. Me and my cousins would each make an ukabong to play the Nasty family game, ukabong.
There we are. Lee's team.
So you're saying it's called an ukabong?
Ukabong.
Uka...
Ukabong.
How do you spell it, Nasty? Just spell it for Lee, because he's a bit slow.
U-K-A,
Yeah? Yeah.
and then bong. Bong.
U-K-A.
And then bong.
How do you make it? What's it made of?
It's a sock.
Made out of socks.
What's inside the sock?
More socks.
More socks.
Is it just lots of socks?
So, boom, basically, it's a family game, and everyone has their own ukabong.
Do you hit each other?
Yeah. It's your own tool.
So you whack people with that? With the ukabong?
But, yeah, with your own ukabong, but there's stipulations to it. You got to all be in a room, and you got to turn off the lights. Yeah? And the hit only counts, yeah, is if you hit someone and you say ukabong. If you hit someone, yeah, and you don't say ukabong, the whole room rushes you. And then my grandma says the first one who cries gets beaten. We be in my grandma's, yeah, up top room. Boom, there's like 15 cousins and my Uncle Simon, yeah? Boom. My Uncle Simon's a cool cat. He was a cool cat.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, boom now. Everyone's got their ukabong.
David is very nervous.
Yeah. haven't even got my own ukabong. I'm defenceless.
Hang on a minute. No, I've got one here. There you go.
Thank you very much.
So, boom now, yeah? We're in the room now. It's where it's all dark and that, swinging at everyone. Ukabong, ukabong. So then, boom, if I hit you, ukabong.
Yeah.
Obviously, it probably hurts. You go, oh. But then now, my Uncle Simon, yeah? We thought he had the special ukabong.
Oh, this is taking a sinister turn.
Man thought his ukabong was sent from God. Do you know what Uncle used to do? He used to put a tennis ball in his ukabong.
Do you know what? I thought it was going to be worse than that.
So, he would come with, like, Zeus's ukabong. One shot, KO! Everyone's out. Starts crying. Grandma comes in. Everyone gets their ass passed. We have to read Bible.
If it's dark, how does everyone know that you've successfully ukabonged somebody? You could be
But
lying.
you'll hear someone say ow, won't you?
Yeah, the owl. No,
so
you're
you
definitely
need
going to
an
hear an
owl.
owl. And when Uncle Simon ones goes off, it's more of a...
What do you think, Scarlett?
I want to do it. I really want to play it now. I think it's true.
Scarlett.
Yay, colour! Yes!
Hang on.
Yes! Ukabong!
This is fun, though.
Hey, guys, I've got a great idea. Let's all ukabong rub.
There we are. That's what we pay our licence fee for. What are you thinking then, Lee? Why don't you go for a guess here?
What do you think?
I think it's 100% true.
You do, why?
Yeah. Because it's just fun, isn't it? I can imagine you doing that. We
Is
did
that fun?
Ah!
Oh, sorry, ukabong.
Okay. Oh, yeah, then we all have to attack him.
That's just domestic violence without ukabong, bro.
Thomas.
I'm with the other two. I think it's absolutely
All
true.
think it's true. OK. Nasty. Truth or lie?
Truth!
Yes, it's true. Nasty's family did play a game called Ukab. That noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. And I can reveal that David's team have no points. Lee's team have 5. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.